Hi, it's Kim from Kim's Gardens, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my Blue Chalksticks plant. I've got it planted in Hypertufa, but it appears that this plant may have a little bit of root rot. Well, more than a little bit, because this is how I found it. It was collapsed over the side the other day. And I thought, wow, I haven't watered this in a while. Maybe I need to water it. But when I touched it and pulled at it, this is what I found. And you could see how the stem of it is just entirely rotted. It feels kind of real limp and rubbery, and it kind of made a long, snaky thing that was real slimy. And it was real wet and slimy and come out of the ground. So I'm going to do the same with this one. Let me get a little close up on that, and then I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to pull it to try to pull it up out of there and see if the same thing happens. Yep, look, it just pulled right off. So I am assuming it's root rot. I can take these tops maybe and try to cut the bottom off. That looks like it's clear and healthy. So I'm going to set these aside and try to root them and see if I can still get a new plant. It looks like the darkness comes all the way up, at least till about there. That looks fairly clear, but I'm going to go up just a little bit just to be safe. And then I'm going to try to root that. I'll let that since that's a 1/4 inch stem or so, I'm going to let that callus over quite a bit. Now these pieces I'm just going to discard, since the root rot is some kind of bacterial infection or virus infection. It's kind of unclear to me why this would get root rot, because with Hypertufa being so porous, it would seem to me that it would not be overwatered. It does. This pot does have drainage. Oops, sorry, I'm dumping the rocks. The pot does have drainage. And what I'm going to do is just get it out of this pot. I'm going to try to film this so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know if these roots are connected. You can see how dry that is. So it doesn't seem like it would be oversaturated soil. But I'm going to pull it out, and we're going to examine the whole plant. Now you can see that is dry soil, very dry soil. So it could be some kind of fungus infection or whatever, but let me look at the roots. This stem feels very hard. It feels fine. So I'm not really sure how to tell. Look, that one's separated away. And this was one of the stems. I'm not sure where the other stem is, but it's dry. It's not like it's soggy. So I'm not real sure. Oh, here's the other piece. This looks worse because none of those look like they're in very good shape, and they're all withered. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to try to clean this just a little bit before I try to replant it. Okay. Now this, I'm just going to discard this soil. I'll probably spread it out and let it sit in the sunlight, put some cinnamon in it, of course, removing these to try to clean out that soil, and then I'll just put it like out in the flower beds or something. But this we're going to get rid of. Okay, I've got everything ready to get this one transplanted. I've got these two in a dish. They're going to sit and callus over. And then I've got some water here because I'm going to rinse the root, because I would like to get some of that rinsed off. Okay, and I've discarded the gloves that I handled. They're inside out. Took those off using the sterile procedure. And I'm putting on fresh gloves for this portion, at least this first rinsing portion. And I just want to clean those roots just a little. I mean, I'm not real sure if this would help or not, but they are very dried out. Now this one I'm watering, kind of watering it down and rinsing off some of the soil. My battery died and I had to change batteries, so I'm not real sure where it stopped. But I just want that to be clean before I put it down in and not harbor any bacteria. Now I am going to put a little bit of cinnamon in the new soil because that's antifungal, and if it was some kind of fungus infection, that might help. So the pot that I've chosen is this one right here, and I've already mixed up some soil, and you can see I've got this mixed with a lot of gravel in there, the poultry grit. That's the crushed granite, and so that'll be good draining soil to have for this. So I'm just going to put a little in here. It's got the little drainage shield right there. Let me see. We're going to plant him fairly deep. So let me get him ready. And I'm going to sprinkle a little cinnamon in through that. Smells delicious, but let's hope it keeps this plant alive. Okay, and now let me put him in there. And I'll just kind of put him, let me put just a little sprinkle to each side. Now I've saved the life of some of my plants. If you'll see in a video I did with some baby tears, they were practically dead and I saved them with cinnamon. So I'm hoping that, you know, this seems very much alive and still in good shape. So I'm hoping that whatever was wrong, that cinnamon could rescue this plant. Okay, let me press him down so he'll have a nice sturdy planting. Okay, now I will probably be putting him outside in the summer, but let's hope that I've rescued him and he'll live and recover from that root rot or whatever it is that was wrong with him, along with his brothers here. We're going to let them callus probably no more than a day or day and a half, and then I will put them down, possibly down in there, because I think they might all fit, and maybe the cinnamon will help those to recover. But that's all I've got today, and thanks for watching. Be sure to give me some comments, whatever you feel or have some opinions on about this or any of the videos. Just be sure to comment. Let me know what you think, and be sure to like and subscribe and check out some of the other videos. Well, thanks for watching today. Bye-bye.